Hold on, hold on.
Not back on my end.
No, not yet.
It says it's back on here though.
Not on. Oh, it's ding. Hey,
Alright, looks like
we
we're
back, baby. We back.
Yeah, looks like we're back. But
Wow.
yeah, that
Refresh.
was a well played match. It went down to the wire, but you played it quite well.
Bunker.
I would say you already know this, but
Yep.
using the foul play would
Yeah, that
have
was
That
been a huge
that was like
difference.
a glitch. That was a glitch
Yeah.
though, AJ.
No, I
Yeah.
She
understand.
didn't even yeah.
But you know,
That's
it's
right.
just
I
like
was tapping too close
just-
to it that I did.
it just goes to show you like how one like being able to use that foul play against or power gem against whatever came in next would have put you in just like that much of a better spot against what happened afterwards. And you can see how easily you're able to punish another freestyle team composition that looks otherwise balanced but is very, very weak to that your defense deoxys.
Rematch. Let's do it. Do you guys want to try doing a Deoxys lead or just to?
If you want, I mean,
give it a whirl?
I mean, Deoxys lead is super solid. Like your Deoxys is so flexible that you can either use it as a lead and you know you'll have a good lead matchup, or like we said, you can gamble on that lead and then have it as a safe switch. And both are very good viable tactics. So it's really just up to whatever you're feeling because both are gonna work.
Would I like say for example with his team like this, because he's got the Bastiodon is my only, like if I led with Deoxys and then getting through his two Pokemon, he eventually, and then the last thing in his lineup was Bastiodon, would I then be kind of like up Poop Creek?
It depends. Venusaur can beat Bastiodon as long as it if it's like a 1-to-1 shield, Venusaur can win.
Okay.
So you're not like completely out of luck. But having that Deoxys would be nice for the Bastiodon, but like you can definitely manage without it.
Cool. Let's just spice it up for funsies then. Lead with the Deoxys. I might have to re-invite, I might have to re-invite him. Someone in the chat was asking as well, when did you PvP, Zoe? The day that it came out, basically. I just haven't made many PvP videos on my channel in a hot second, being the good old screen recording feature on it's a trade, what am I doing? Screen recording feature on iPhone like bricked my last two comps, which was really frustrating. But I'm just overdue to be doing some stuff on it, absolutely. But I have been very neglectful of the meta. Like I wouldn't call myself hardcore by any means in PvP, but I've played every single themed cup that we've had. I won one, came second in one, and then got my butt kicked in the two that I didn't practice for. So practice is key, kids. But yeah, I like PvP. But like battling has never been my main thing in main series Pokemon games at all. Like my main thing in the main series games was like hatching eggs. Like I would go crazy like breeding and hatching eggs and just wonder trade cool stuff to people because I thought it was like a nice little surprise. Like you never know what you're gonna get back and stuff. So I would just breed all the starters, wonder trade them to people for fun or like hook up trades with people. And yeah, just I don't know why. I always hatched a butt ton of eggs. But I never was that keen on battling typings, blah, blah, blah. Like I'd defeat the Elite Four and I'm like, cool, now I can go hatch eggs. Yeah. So definitely like PvP in Pokemon is opening a whole new kettle of worms.
And looking at Twitch chat, King is saying that you would have won if it was Bastion on the back. Because he's saying once the Deoxys was out of the way, that your Venusaur had a clean sweep against everything else.
Okay.
Because like we identified, his only answer for your Venusaur is his Deoxys and the Venusaur mirror.
Okay. Let me just send him a quick message as well. See if he's... Matt! Oh, maybe he just didn't get the... I'll resend again.
Yeah, sometimes it's real buggy, unfortunately.
Yeah. Boop. Great League, let's do it.
Also, I would say after the stream, take advantage of those battle parties because you can like pre-make them,
Yeah,
and
I
then
need
it's
to...
a lot easier after that.
Do you just pre-make them with your like different combinations of 3 that you normally use? Because
Somewhat, and like for example, this like when you're using Deoxys, Venusaur, and Sableye, but you're just switching up what you lead, then it's a lot easier to switch because you just have to like swap the order and that's it.
Yeah. Sweet. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. He's contemplating the universe.
So if I were in his shoes right now, I'd be thinking, damn, how am I going to lock in your DD into like an unfavorable matchup? And there really isn't that much. I think he's just regretting not bringing a counter to Deoxys. And in this case, he's sort of hoping that you get locked into like a really unfavorable lead and then be forced to switch in Deoxys against whatever comes in next. So
yeah, I think he's trying to get that Deoxys mirror match to basically just trade his Deoxys for yours.
Yeah, to take each other out, and then it's whatever's over. Yeah. Oh boy.
And the other thing...
I'd be scratching my head if I were them too, for sure.
Yeah, there he goes. And in this situation as well, I'm just going to want to leave it in on.
Yeah, because you don't really want to give up switch advantage here.
Yeah, exactly. He's got rock. Was it rock slide? Yeah.
Yeah.
When it is mirror, what is the most harmful thing again? It's still going to be the thunderbolt.
Yeah, because Psycho Boost is resisted by Psychic type.
Yeah.
So
sorry, I'm more meant between thunderbolt and rock.
I'm not sure. I think thunderbolt might hit slightly harder, but rock slide comes out faster.
I think rock slide is better DPE, and it helps in the mirror.
Yeah. Okay.
And here you could even, I was gonna say you could also consider shield baiting with that Psycho Boost.
Yeah. Okay. Because then he's gonna, he shielded that last one, and I'm that low that it's probably not.
Yeah, especially because you can bring in your Sableye now. Just farm it up.
True. Does anyone else, like, as soon as they start a PvP, get immediately what other Pokemon they brought with them, and you're like, so that is my life.
So you should spam. I would say spam or you definitely have to shield this, or your Sableye is going to be gone,
destroyed.
And then I would say fire a foul play, like right away. Maybe even a second, depending if you have it ready, and then swap to Venusaur. Ooh. And then another.
Oh, okay. I couldn't even swap. I did try to swap, but okay. What's he gonna bring? Power Jam. Get out of here. I remember that.
And then you can do a quick swap to Venusaur, maybe.
I've still got my one shield, and he's still got. It's probably going to be Ice Beam, isn't it? No, I've got no shield. Yeah.
But you're going to burn his shield, right?
Yeah. So he'll have...
Or actually, he might not shield it. He might not shield it, though. Oh, okay.
There he goes.
If I was him, I might have let that go, to be honest, and preserve the Deoxys in the back.
I think it's Venusaur in the back, is it? Oh, no, he...
Or...
Come on, go the... Oh, come on. Come on. I had my remove ready. I hate that when you're like, the moves right there. GG.
That was close though.
Yeah. So I think the leading not with Deoxys is probably the smarter thing to do, because then and avoiding having them lead with Deoxys as well, especially when his team is weak to so much of Deoxys stuff.
I think Venusaur was able to get enough Vine Whips in. Or not Venusaur, I'm sorry. Azumarill was able to get enough bubbles in that was able to get those 2 Ice Beams. This was pretty critical in swinging that match. So I think probably the critical error was to just not switch immediately to Venusaur in his switch out.
Yeah.
And just lock in that really favorable Venusaur Azumarill match.
Doing it quicker. Yeah.
I think the other thing that could have helped would be you could have taken a variety of different approaches in that Deoxys mirror lead. You could have, for example, shield baited with that Psycho Boost the second time around to force a shield, and then you might have gotten to a second Psycho Boost. And the other potential strategy, it is a little risky, but because Deoxys is so favorable against the other team, you could consider double shielding your Deoxys. Just to keep it alive.
Yeah.
Because you know it does so well.
Yeah.
Obviously, some other matchups get riskier in the back, like because then Azumarill has, Ice Beam for your Venusaur, for example, and other things. But sometimes if you identify a Mon is so crucial, you can really turn the tide of the battle if you double shield it and keep it alive and maybe let it run through 2 Mons.
Yeah. Spicy. I keep hitting trade. Would you guys recommend for versing his team though, not leading with my Deoxys? To avoid that mirror match altogether.
It'd be useful to practice what that play that Tristan was saying of double shielding it.
The double shield? Yeah.
Yeah, it might be interesting. Although, if you are going to double shield, and he is bringing Venusaur there in the back, coupled with Azumarill, perhaps taking Valorash's advice in the chat, since he's brought it in twice, and bringing in Skarmory, might help a little bit.
Sorry, what was that? With
bringing in Skarmory as opposed to Sableye? I don't know what you guys think, but...
I mean, if we're expecting that Venusaur Azumarill, then Skarmory is real good. It's just the big risk is if the opponent switches it up and brings like a Lantern or a Bastiodon, then Skarmory gets a little scarier. So... But I mean, Skarmory could definitely be a good one to try here.
So Venusaur, defense, and Skarmory.
But yeah, Valarash is saying to run Skarm because he thinks your opponent is kind of required to run Venusaur against you.
Okay. He also loves Skarmory. He loves flyers. That's like his thing.
Yeah, so he's suggesting it looks like Venusaur lead with Skarmory and defense Deoxys.
Cool.
Well, let's see how that goes.
So Skarmory for his Venusaur.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so here in the lead, you're only going to want to swap out your Venusaur if he leads his defense Deoxys.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can play it out.
Which he did. To my defense Deoxys, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, what's he gonna do? Hey, Bastiodon, how you doing?
That was a misplay on his part, I think.
Yeah.
He might just want to conserve his
defense.
Yeah.
He's DD. Everyone keeps typing DD in chat, and I'm like, I'm not playing DD. Flamethrower.
And here you might be able to just farm it. Oh.
Yeah.
I think you could have farmed there.
Oh, sorry. Farm it, sorry.
But because the counter is 2 times super effective. So you can kill it all.
Oh, of course, yeah, with just using yeah. True. I'm gonna shield just to. I don't know why. I should actually probably justify why I'm doing that. To Psycho Boost and maybe get the debate what you guys were saying earlier on the shield.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Gimme. I mean, we still got 1-for-1 shield, so I don't know if it's fantastic, but let's see if I can get. Nah! Damn it.
I would just let it go here, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it go. That was close though. Venusaur, yeah?
It's tough. They're both tend to lose, but
see how we go. Frenzy. Excuse me. I had my move ready.
you gotta shield that because it's Psycho Boost.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's a single move.
Yeah. Maybe he hasn't got another move on it.
He has a Rock Slide Thunderbolt, doesn't he?
I don't. We've literally only seen him run. Only use Rock Slide.
Sludge ready to go.
And then I would say after you burn the shield, do a quick swap to Skarmory.
Yep. Why can't I do PvP comps with someone in my ear?
Valor Ash is excited that you have the Skarmory in the back to deal with the Venusaur.
I got my scummies in the back. Let's do it. God, I hate myself for that. That was... Hey, boom. Top tips, Valor Ash. Decisive.
We got some head of knowledge emotes
going
I'm getting chat here.
Yeah. Emotes being used this stream. I like it. I like it a lot. GG. Matt.
Was that the second or third? I lost
that was
track.
The third. So I won one, lost one, and then won that one.
There you go.
Pew pew pew. Killing it.
Still no shiny.
Shiny on the carp. Yeah. I still haven't got a shiny in this house yet. So.
You might just not have any shiny spawn points at your house.
Kind of sucks with my old place. I eventually. But there was also like just a rare spawn point in my house. So like once a day there was just something that was like, ooh, nice for a while.
Do you ever get any like Dragonites or Tyranitars or anything like that, or not?
Not those, but I got Aerodactyl. There was that, that week when Gen 4 came out and there was just heaps of like evolved Pokemon spawning. I had Alakazam in the house, 2 Golems, there's a Chimecho. It was just weird. It was crazy. And I was like, and then we moved house. I was like, no, my spawn point. So, yeah. But it was just like once a day there'd be something.
And looking at chat, someone was commenting that the swaps are getting faster, and how you've been improving and just switching a lot quicker as the stream has progressed. And Chief Buddington, about the shiny spawn points.
That's a joke.
I guess, well, I don't know. It's not confirmed, but a lot of people have speculated that certain spawn points have the ability to be shiny, whereas others don't. Because, like, I know some people who have literally caught probably 10 shinies from their house.
Yeah.
And then other people obviously have none. So, I mean, it's not confirmed by any means, but there's definitely been a lot of people that theorize that certain spawn points have the ability to be shiny, whereas others don't. Because also some people have gotten, the same mon shiny or shinies at the same spot multiple times.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely tinfoil hat here, but
yeah, tinfoil.
All right, do we have anyone else lined up?
Let me have a quick squiz. Who else was in my little chitty chat? Commander Cascade, if he's still hanging about. I'm just gonna drop that little message in, and if so, their team is Skarmory, Quillfish, he's in the chat. Skarmory,
Quillfish.
Yeah,
this is interesting.
Lantern, Defense Deoxys, Azumarill, and Sableye. So once again, for those in the back, for your lucky numbers this evening are Skarmory, Quillfish, Lantern, Defense Deoxys, Azumarill, and Sableye.
So Venusaur seems like a good pick again here. Because it's going to beat the 3 water types as well as the Sableye. You just have to be careful of the Skarmory and the Defense Deoxys. So Venusaur seems like a solid pick. And then if we're pairing that with something to deal with Skarmory and Defense Deoxys, would probably be your own Defense Deoxys.
Quillfish is one of those matchups where you're happy that you're bringing DD instead of Medicham. It has a far better matchup with that Psycho Boost.
Okay.
Wait, and Zoe, it was Skarmory, Azumarill, Quillfish, Defense Deoxys, Lantern,
and Sableye.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Skarmory, Quillfish, Lantern, Defense, Azure, Sableye. Yeah. So
another thing I'm seeing is Lantern seems pretty good here because they're not running any no grasses and no ground types. So Lantern is going to beat Skarmory 2 of the water types and have a mirror match. So Lantern could be another good pick.
Because it would be Venusaur against his Skarmory, Azumarill, Quill, and itself. And then what's he got? We've both got Defense Deoxys and we've both got Sableye to counter. William! Stop it!
Valor Ash is suggesting Venusaur, Defense Deoxys, and Lantern.
Yeah, that's what I was
the exact
feeling.
team I was gonna mention as well. Because having that, because he has no good answers really to the electric, and he's low on answers to grass, and he's got that triple water, bringing the Lantern and the Venusaur are both nice.
He's got a very damp team. All them water boys. Okay. So yeah, Venusaur, 1, 2, 3, and it doesn't do horrifically against Defense Deoxys if it gets a charge off.
It is kind of interesting how we've had 3 teams and all of them have had Lantern.
Yeah, and none of us have used it yet. Okay, I might... Yeah. So Venusaur for the Water Boy. Lantern also does the Water Boys and itself and Skarmory. Defense Deoxys does Defense Deoxys. If he's got a Sableye, I'm going to want to swap to my Venusaur. Yeah?
So I think the Defense Deoxys, I believe, beats or goes even with everything besides the Sableye.
Yeah.
And the Lantern is going to do... I think it loses to Deoxys and maybe Sableye, but they're narrow losses and should beat or tie the others. And then the Venusaur is going to beat everything besides the Defense Deoxys and the Skarmory.
Yeah. Okay.
So if let's say your opponent leads a Skarmory, what's your plan?
Because then, is this moving now? If he leads Skarmory, I immediately forgot what I was leading with. Haha, Venusaur.
You're leading with Venusaur.
Yeah. Because then if I swap into Lantern, then I can swap advantage. But and then he probably swap to Deoxys or a mirror. What would you guys recommend?
Valor Ash is suggesting swapping to DD, but personally I feel like Lantern might be a safer pick, just because nothing beats your Lantern that hard.
Because then if he brings the Sableye, he could swap in and not trapped.
Yeah. But both have some merit, so you can kind of try whichever you are feeling.
Cool. Okay, Commander Cascade, let's do it.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that you'll get practice with once you just play more matches is, reading the other team and figuring out which set of 3 you want to use.
Yeah.
And then also just thinking in your head, you have to play it a little bit like a chess match, where you think, okay, if I lead this and they lead whatever beats it, what am I going to switch to? And then what might they switch to? And you have to think it out a couple steps in ahead.
Yeah. Like, if I swap this, what might they bring?
Right, and then how do I deal with that?
How do I deal with that? Yeah.
Okay, so here you have a favorable matchup with Venusaur against Stabilized. You just want to stay in here, spam those Frenzy Plants, but you're probably going to want to shield a foul play because it's going to hit kind of hard.
Yeah. Oh, Shadow Snake. Cheeky.
Well, Shadow Sneak and foul play are the same energy, actually.
Yeah.
So either they don't have foul play or they just messed up. I'm not too sure.
Do I want to shield both, though?
I think you can tank this.
Oh, sorry. I was like, ooh! Yeah. That gut of like...
So now if they bring in a Skarmory, you can swap to your defense Deoxys real quick because they're stabilized out of the way.
True, yeah, because they can't bring that back in to hard mess me up.
Now it is a little rough because you're down a shield here.
Yeah.
But you might be able to bait... Oh, I was going to say, you might be able to bait a shield by using a Psycho Boost.
And then having the energy half stacked up for my... Not half stacked up, but yeah.
Because you know that they were... Or you're pretty sure they're going to use a shield there because they don't want to lose their Skarmory.
Yeah.
So that's a good spot to bait. So now you can bring your Lantern in. And this is a matchup where you can just farm. So you don't need to shield... Or I guess you don't even have shields. But if you had shields, you wouldn't need to shield. And you don't really need to burn a charge move either. And here you just want to blast it with that Hydro Pump.
Okay. Oi! Excuse me. I tapped on that like twice. I hate that. That's like one thing. There we go. I'm up behind. Did not have priority. When you're just trying to be like, come on, I sent the charge move.
I would swap to Venusaur real quick.
Okay. Oh, damn it.
But that's fine because you...
But to take the hit and then to
you
bring
basically
it back,
used it as an
a
extra shield.
Yeah. I was just hoping I could have got that Razor Leaf off as it came out.
And then... Oh, man.
Oh, no, I had it ready. It was there. The Thunderbolt was just there. Ah, damn. Damn, boy. That's okay. That was close. If I had been more aware, I think I probably could have slapped that Thunder as it came out.
You're getting a lot of hype.
Yeah, you have a lot of hype in the chat for using that third shield strategy.
Doing the sacrificial
Yeah, I mean, that was perfect timing, You just swapped it in, you tanked that charge move, because, I mean, you ended up losing, but if you hadn't made that switch, it wouldn't have even been close. Yeah. Because the Deoxys would have killed your Lantern with the Psycho Boost, and then your Venusaur would have been hopeless against the Skarmory.
GG's. I think I am gonna go the exact same combo, to be honest. Just do it better. What did he have? He had Sableye, Lantern, and Deoxys was what he was running. He led with Sableye. So... I'm honestly tempted to do the same 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty solid matchup against his 3, so... Or his whole 6, even.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Lantern. So... Yes. Potential for Sableye. Yeah, okay. Okie dokie. I don't know if he hit rematch as well or not. Hey, oh, straight into it. Okay, let's see if he leads. Ew, no, he does not. Do I want to switch though? and then risk him swapping into.
So now at this point,
Oh, okay.
oh, he's swapping. Oh yeah, so swap to Lantern now. Lantern.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is one where you don't really need to use any shields.
Okay.
Because you can just tank all the moves. Because Sky Attack you resist, and Flash Cannon you double resist. Like, look how little damage that does.
Okay.
So
how
don't
many
use
can you usually take? Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't use the Thunderbolt right away. You want to farm up some, and then maybe now you, or yeah. So don't shield this,
Mm-hmm.
and then probably use a Thunderbolt after.
Mm-hmm. And then would I want to shield after this to keep my Lantern?
Maybe,
you
but you
definitely
can
don't
just
want to lose this matchup.
and you can just spam. Just use your Thunderbolt now.
Yeah.
So that you don't risk having to burn a shield in this matchup.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So now you just came out of that matchup ahead of shield and ahead of Mon.
Shield to use
at this
the charge
point,
no,
because you might not make it there anyways.
Yeah. Okay. True.
And now you can bring in your Deoxys for a mirror match where you're ahead on a shield.
Sweet. Shield bait him or nah?
That's up to you. At this point, it could go either way. I would probably shield this though.
Whoopsies. Okay. I will shield the next one. It's probably smarter, yeah, to shield it to then keep me well healthy. Yep. Protect. She protect and then she attack. Then we move on to the next Pokemon. Oh, so close. Get him. Done. Boom. And Sable. Nice.
So I would swap quick. And then just spam that Frenzy Plant and that should be GG. Well, you got the shield, so...
I'm gonna shield, yeah.
Yeah, you have to shield there.
Yeah. That would delete me. Ooh. Boom. One, and there's one's already ready.
Nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Let's get some GGs up in the chat.
That's very clean.
Clean.
Yeah, that was a real solid win. Good good switching, good energy management. Because you didn't Thunderbolt the Skarmory right away and waited instead, you were able to, farm up some energy and come out of that matchup ahead on shields and ahead on Mons.
I'll say this though, if we're gonna critique the other person, I don't know why they switched out their DD against your Venusaur.
I mean,
I'm kind of wondering the same.
Yeah, because they had a more favorable matchup. Because we were thinking, should you switch or not?
Yeah.
And then they made that decision for us by switching and giving us that switch advantage.
Is it not, but like, even though Venusaur does chunk down a fair bit plant, is it is a risk? Because in my previous one, you guys were saying like the only threat to my Deoxys was they were having to bring Venusaur to deal with my Deoxys was their only. So is it like a bit of a, or like you don't want Deoxys versus Venusaur even though it's close?
Yeah, but in that case, he brings in Skarmory and he basically loses the Skarmory.
Yeah, in this match. Yeah.
There's situations where you might be winning in that matchup, but then you're losing your only counter to a specific other mon that you're worried about. So, Alphandal had to leave. He had another commitment, and we ran a little bit longer, which is fine.
Yeah.
But what do you think about this team? How do you like it so far? Do you miss Umbreon?
I mean, I've never even used it. Really, no. It feels pretty good. I'm liking the Venusaur, Deoxys, and Lantern together, or Venusaur, Deoxys, Skarmory together. I like the little combo. It feels nice. I think Sableye needs to definitely practice with to know how much it takes and gives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sableye is like pretty spammy and can hit kind of hard, but it's not very tanky. So yeah, that's definitely one you'll want to practice with.
Mm.
Valor Ash was commenting that they swapped out DD because Venusaur can beat Defense Deoxys in the 2-shield matchup.
Okay.
So I guess that's something I didn't even realize. But if you know your matchups well, like Valor Ash does, and you know that Venusaur can win that 2-shield with Defense Deoxys, then maybe you think to yourself, okay, I'm gonna double shield here so I can win.
Yeah.
Right. But anyways, yes. What else? Any other thoughts on this team?
I suppose.
Any favorite mons?
What do I need to do if someone is the charm thing? Because we didn't have any practices against that. What would be my?
You're very well suited to deal with charm. Venusaur resists it. Lantern takes out. Yeah, Lantern takes out most charm users, just through neutral damage.
And Deoxys does decent, and Azumarill does decent as well.
Okay.
So the one you just have to be careful of is that Sableye, because it's weak to charm. So if your Sableye gets stuck against a charm user, it's just going to kind of melt.
GG. Yeah.
But the rest of the team stacks up pretty well, and especially, you can especially rely on Skarmory and or Venusaur for those charm users. But like AJ said, the Lantern, Azumarill, and Defense Deoxys, I think go fairly even, if not win narrowly against most charm users.
Cool. Sweet. GG. I am gonna do some practice on the side. Just through the ringer.
Yeah, just keep practicing, because even just in the short course of the stream, I know I noticed, and it seems like chat noticed as well, a lot of improvement just throughout the practices you did.
Yeah.
So I think if you just keep practicing, you'll only get better.
Sweet. Yeah. I think I'll probably go make myself like a little graph as well. Like I'm a very visual person. So I'll probably go like make a little list of like, here's the, your top 15 that you guys said the most common picks. And just do pairings of this with this versus this.
Speaking of graphs, we have a specialist in AJ who makes very interesting graphs for all of the cups and all that. I don't think we have one for the general freestyle yet.
Yeah.
But if you're interested to take a look at the one that he made for the Jungle Cup, we'll...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can send it your way.
We can definitely send it your way.
And another thing you could do if you want to do like a visual preparation is you can make for each of this mons, your 6 mons on the team, make some sort of visual graph or table or something that shows like they tend to beat these mons, they tend to go fairly even with these mons, and they tend to lose to these mons.
Okay.
So that as a way that you can try to study kind of some of those matchups against maybe the top 15 or 20 Great League mons, and know when you're analyzing a team which mons to pick.
Yeah. Magic. Thank you very much, my guys.
Yeah,
William,
definitely hope you learned you got something out of it. And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we'll be rooting for you on Friday.
We'll be tuning in on that.
Yeah, hopefully you'll either have a stream or video for that, because we all want to check in and see how you do.
What's the main vibe, I guess, in the P community? What
was that?
Sorry.
Can you say that again?
My cat is still scratching at the door. What would be the main vibe in like the PvP community? Like, is streams the preferred method, or like watching like not long form, but like sitting down for a 10-minute video versus streaming the whole thing?
I think they're very. I mean, we can definitely do a poll and see what people like, but I feel like both could work.
Yeah, I think both seem popular things. Live stream has the nice fact that it's happening live,
so people get the hype.
So people can get the hype of things happening live and following along with the results and stuff.
The downside to live for me is that in then making I can't screen record time.
Yeah.
Pulling my footage from online, and then it's 720p, not HD. And then also, I guess, if there's any lag issues, I'm repeating. on the same device. So it's like I like both.
Yeah,
I do like
what
both.
What we're seeing from a lot of the other content creators, especially the larger ones like King IV, is the VOD content, but also them shoutcasting over their footage. So,
and giving like
you know,
their thoughts and analyzing, of course.
how they approach the matches.
Sick.
So yeah, I think both. There's desire for both. I think, I don't know. Personally, I'm in the camp of I'd like to see more tournaments be live streamed. Because I think that's the one that's a little less common. I think there's a lot more, video content. So many options, it's almost hard to choose what to watch because everyone's putting out good content. But there's less options in terms of watching tournaments. But that's just my personal opinion. I know that people are excited to see both.
Sweet. I'll try and see what I can do with either of those bad boys for Friday.
That's perfect. So yeah, thanks again,
Sweet.
Zoe, for joining the stream. I don't know if we have another chance to do something like this again, but
Absolutely.
definitely
After I evolve a whole bunch of Pokemon.
Yeah. So again, let me pull up Zoe's social again. If you haven't seen her videos on YouTube, definitely go give her a subscription there. She puts out a lot of content. She's been doing it for a long time, being sponsored by Niantic, do all the cool events as well. So, and a lot of positive vibes. We are going to switch over to our Patreon screen real quick as we start to close out the stream tonight. A couple of new supporters on Patreon, so we thank the support as always. And a subscription, a couple of subscriptions as well, especially with Kaiser Niner right at the end. We will have another stream tomorrow for team reviews, so we're going to be going over your Jungle Cup teams, and we'll be doing some battles with your teams as well, so look forward to that. We'll tweet out a time, most likely going to be the same time, yeah guys, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, most likely, yeah. Lineup.
So line them up.
We're gonna do the lineup
with battles as well. So that will be happening tomorrow.
And also the giveaway.
And we'll be doing a giveaway that is a continuation from the one last week as well. So, yep. Thanks again, Zoe. Thanks, Tristan,
Thank you
AJ,
too.
Alpha, and Polly for hosting the stream as well. I need to find someone to host real quick.
While Quirts is finding that, guys, I just want to make sure everybody knows, please do go and follow Zoe on Twitter and on YouTube. Give her a sub. She produces a lot of Pogo content. She will be going to Japan to the Yokohama event, so there's going to be some great videos coming from that.
And she'll finally catch a Jirachi.
Yeah, and then I can use it in my next
Yeah.
Legend.
So
thank you.
Yeah, make sure Go Stadium. We're not in this except for the community. We want to support as many of these content creators as we can. So please go and show Zoe your support. She is vital to the community around Pogo. And really appreciate her being a part.
It just helps the community even more. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining. We're going to go give Jesus Moon 99 a raid. They're doing some PvP right now of Jungle Cups.
I know.
So,
and thanks again, Zoe, for joining us.
Thanks again, Zoe, for joining.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for the help. I appreciate it.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
All right.
Spicy.